We're now inching closer to one of the most highly anticipated sporting events in recent memory, a night that could very well redefine the landscape of modern boxing. In just under 3 months, the combat sports world will descend on Las Vegas for a bout that has already been branded by promoters as the fight of the century. While some may roll their eyes at the hyperbole, there's a strong argument to be made that this isn't just flashy marketing. After all, how often do we get to witness two of the most dominant and respected fighters of their generation go head-to-head at the absolute peak of their careers? That's exactly what will happen on September 13th when Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford meet in what promises to be an unforgettable showdown beneath the lights of the T-Mobile Arena. This is more than just a marquee matchup, it's a clash of legacies, a rare convergence of greatness in its purest form. Both men have carved their names into the boxing history books, not just with championships, but with the way they've handled every obstacle thrown their way. They've proven time and again that they're more than hype, more than highlight reels. They're real fighters with real grit, and when the bell rings, it won't be just about belts or bragging rights, it will be about something deeper: supremacy. Fans from around the world are already choosing sides, speculating about strategy, and counting the days. And with good reason. This fight is different. It feels like a once-in-a-generation moment that could deliver something extraordinary. Trying to pick a favorite between the two is a nearly impossible task. On one hand, you have Canelo Alvarez, the established champion who has long called the super middleweight division home. He's powerful, experienced, and fully comfortable at the weight class where this fight will take place. He's defended his territory countless times and knows exactly how to control the pace and mood of a fight. On the other hand, you have Terence Crawford, who walks into this fight with a spotless professional record and arguably more momentum. His recent performances have been so commanding, so tactically brilliant, that many observers believe he's the sharper fighter right now. Crawford's fans are confident. They believe he has what it takes to beat Canelo and perhaps even do so convincingly. But just as the tide of public opinion seems to lean in Crawford's favor, Canelo has stepped up to offer a chilling reminder: don't sleep on the champion. At the press conference held this past Friday, both men took center stage in front of an electrified crowd of media, fans, and insiders. There was tension in the air, but also something more revealing: a mutual recognition of the stakes. This wasn't just another press stop on the promotional tour, it was an early look into the psyches of two men about to put everything on the line. Canelo Alvarez, never one to shy away from speaking his mind, was confident and calm as he addressed the narrative that often surrounds him. He's aware of how the media and fans tend to frame his style as a power puncher, a bruiser, someone who relies more on brute force than finesse. But he made it crystal clear that he's more than just his knockout power. With the poise of a man who has nothing left to prove but everything to defend, Canelo stated, "People always talk about my power, but I've got more than that. I've got experience, timing, precision. This isn't just going to be a fight, it's going to be one of the best of my career." There was no bravado in his tone, no need to raise his voice or pound his chest. Canelo spoke like a man who had already been through countless wars and come out the other side stronger. He emphasized that while Crawford may be a slick technician with dazzling skills, he's not Canelo Alvarez. And that distinction, in his view, is enough to separate them on fight night. Look, he's good, I won't lie, but he's not me. He hasn't been in moments like I've been. He doesn't know what this kind of spotlight really feels like. This is different. He's not going to beat me. Trust me. The words landed with weight, not because they were shouted, but because they were delivered with the kind of unshakable confidence that only comes from walking through fire and surviving. Alvarez's reputation as a heavy hitter isn't just marketing, it's well-earned. He has that rare kind of power that doesn't just hurt opponents physically, but mentally. The threat of getting caught with a single devastating shot changes the way his opponents fight. Some retreat, others hesitate, and most abandon whatever game plan they came in with. This psychological edge has made Canelo's recent fights, like those against William Skull and Jermall Charlo, more methodical than explosive. He doesn't need chaos to win. He breaks his opponents down slowly, round by round, punishing them for every mistake until the outcome becomes inevitable. But while that style has worked beautifully in the past, it may not be enough against someone like Crawford, who has made a career out of staying 2 steps ahead. Terence Crawford, known as Bud to his legions of supporters, isn't approaching this fight like another challenger trying to dethrone a champion. He's coming in like a man on a mission to not only win, but to prove that he belongs among the greatest fighters of all time. Crawford's unbeaten record isn't just a number. It's a statement of who he is, a fighter who figures opponents out, adjusts in real time, and finishes with ruthless precision. He's said time and again that he's not afraid to trade punches with Canelo, not afraid of the power, and not backing down from the pressure. "I'm not afraid of anyone," Crawford has repeated throughout this promotion. People get in the ring with Canelo and they change. They say they'll go toe-to-toe, then the bell rings, and it's a different story. "I'm not them. I don't fold. I don't run. I fight." That declaration carries a lot of weight. Crawford isn't just known for his adaptability, he's revered for it. He can switch stances seamlessly, read his opponent's body language with eerie accuracy, and exploit even the smallest opening with deadly precision. Whether he's pressuring forward or counterpunching from the back foot, he makes everything look effortless. His footwork, his timing, his IQ, it's all elite. And he's been looking more and more dominant with every fight. For years, Crawford has operated slightly under the radar, often overlooked in mainstream discussions despite his resume. But now, he's got the spotlight he's always wanted, and he intends to make the most of it. This matchup is thrilling because of the contrasting styles and mentalities both fighters bring to the table. Canelo is deliberate, powerful, and built to take control of a fight through pressure and precision. Crawford is fluid, cerebral, and thrives in situations where he can adjust and disrupt. It's not just about who's stronger or faster. It's about whose plan holds up when the heat is on, whose strategy begins to crack under pressure, whose instincts shine brightest under the glare of the Vegas lights. These are the kinds of questions that make this fight feel more like a chess match with gloves than a simple brawl. In terms of preparation and stakes, everything about this bout feels big. Promoters are sparing no expense in turning the event into a full-blown global spectacle. Ticket prices are soaring to historic highs. Celebrities are already booking front-row seats. Streaming platforms are locked in negotiations for broadcast rights, knowing full well the numbers this fight could generate. This isn't just about boxing, it's about history, pop culture, and a seismic moment in sports that will be talked about long after the final bell. Every element is being curated to deliver something unforgettable. The walkouts will be extravagant, the press conferences will be dramatic, and the fight itself, that has the potential to be nothing short of legendary. While fans analyze every word, every stare down, and every training video, what's clear is that both men are laser-focused. Canelo is fighting not just to defend his belts, but to reaffirm his dominance. Crawford is fighting to prove that his greatness can't be confined by weight classes or doubt. Both men know that this fight could redefine how they're remembered. It's not just about legacy, it's about immortality in the sport. Win this fight, and you're no longer just a champion. You're something more, something permanent. As the days tick down, the intensity will only build. The storylines will evolve. Analysts will shift their predictions. But what won't change is the sense that this fight means something more than most. It's a rare event that feels like it's already etched in stone even before the first punch is thrown. And when September 13th arrives, the world will be watching, eyes locked on the ring, hearts pounding, waiting to witness greatness unfold in real time. Beyond the immediate action inside the ring, what's truly captivating about this matchup is how it speaks to the broader conversation in boxing about greatness, ambition, and legacy. Both Canelo and Crawford have taken calculated paths to get where they are, building resumes full of credible opponents, championship belts, and unforgettable performances. Yet, despite all they've accomplished, they each carry something to prove into this fight. For Canelo, it's about silencing critics who believe his best years are behind him. For Crawford, it's about proving that dominance in multiple divisions can translate when the stakes are highest against a naturally bigger, stronger opponent. This isn't just about winning, it's about validating years of work, belief, and sacrifice in front of a global audience.